Hey, it's Pat with tonight's recap of America's Next Top Model. We are 8 episodes into cycle 16, and finally the girls are going to go abroad. Not quite yet. They're going to go abroad in a few episodes, but let's talk about tonight, shall we? We're coming off of Brittany's gigantic meltdown at panel, where Tyra basically said, I hate you. I wanted you gone out of the competition. But looks like after the meltdown of panel, she decided to make up with Alexandria. The girls cleared the air. Hopefully the drama was over. Okay. But awkward, right after they leave panel, they went to some location for a challenge and they find out that they're meeting Tyra. Well, it wasn't really a challenge, I guess, but they were meeting Tyra. So right after Tyra says, I hate you, Brittany, she's like, oh, hey, we get to hang out again. Isn't this great? But it actually wasn't that awkward. What happened was Tyra was teaching the girls how to get their portfolio together, so she gave them tips, which I actually thought was kind of cool, on how to stack their portfolio and why it was more important to have fewer really good pictures than to just put all of your pictures in if some of them aren't good. So it was a nice little tip, and then she told the girls that they were going to be going on go-sees around Los Angeles and that they were also going abroad, but their go-sees were going to really affect who was eliminated before traveling to the destination. The abroad destination reveal was sort of like not typical for Top Model. Normally they have, wherever country they're going to, they have people like run in from that country and they do something, cheesy. Like, we have to catch some Z's. We're going to New Zealand. Or when they did they had Raja, the drag queen who's on RuPaul's Drag Race, beat Tyra, and they were like, I'm Ty, no, I'm Ty. Okay, we'll go to Thailand. Like, so cheesy. But Tyra made them unscramble letters that were in their portfolios, and they're going to, spoiler alert, Morocco. Very fun. Glad it's somewhere they haven't been before, because they've recycled a couple times. So they had to do go-sees in the next morning. Next morning comes around. The girls find out that they are going to do their go-sees, but it was really confusing. I didn't get it at first. Anyone else with me when the guy from IMG was explaining them? He's like, you're going to go on go-sees, and you're going to have maps, and they're going to drive you around the city, but they're not going to, your drivers have to go wherever you say. They're not going to help you get around, and each one represents a different model, and you're going to be athletes, and then bombshells, and a girl next door, and one other kind, and you're going to have to pack a bag for each. Okay, get it, go. I was really confused, but it made a lot more sense when they were in action. The girls got in their little smart cars, just like me and Carolyn did. You can watch the smart car video. Oh, I'll put a link right here. You can watch our smart car experience adventure. But they drove around, and each go-see was very different, which I liked, because I think sometimes when they do go-sees on Top Model, they're all very similar. They just go to different fashion designers, and then they try on their clothes, and they walk, and then that's it. But these ones were all different. So they had a couture designer, they had athletic, where they were actually expected to have athletic clothing and they were running in the photos. They did a commercial shoot, like an actual commercial, and they had to read lines. And they did a bombshell, sexy walking shoot. And Alexandria cleaned house, and I kind of am liking her really, more and more every episode. I know she's the villain, but she's really good, and she did an excellent job at the go-sees, just being really friendly and personable, and that's exactly what we have to do. So even if you don't like Alexandria and you think that she's fake, so what? It totally works for her. And I agree with the Lana Marks, who was one of the designers, and the judges critique about Molly, saying that she comes off as really negative, because she did, I'm sure there's some of it in the editing, but she comes off as just a little aggro, like she's a little bit upset all the time, like everything sucks and she's mad, this sucks. She needs to clean up her act. Anyway, go-sees, the best three were, I'm taking a long time tonight, sorry. The best three were Kasha and Alexandria and Molly, and Alexandria ends up winning, and she got to be in a campaign for Lana Marks. Great. The photo shoot for this week is in a dump, in the garbage, which I thought was really cool. They've done stuff with recycled materials before, but to actually be in the dump was actually a really awesome location. They had all this garbage in the background, and they had the big heavy machinery and so many birds flying around in the background. I just thought it was a really interesting setup. I posted the pictures on my blog earlier in the week. If you haven't seen them, the link is down here so you can look at them, but I really did a terrible job of deciding who the judges were going to think were good at panel and who was bad. I always disagree with them, but when it came time for panel, Alexandria, wearing her number 1 t-shirt was called first. I don't know if she necessarily had the best picture, but she definitely was the best girl of the week. So totally fine with her getting first call out. Hannah got the second one. She had a beautiful, awesome, like, fierce picture. Who, I don't remember the order anymore. I'm surprised Kasha was not in the bottom two. I just thought her picture was kind of, she didn't have much going on in her face and she had no shape in her dress, but they liked her. Very surprised with the bottom two. It was Molly and Jacqueline. I thought for sure Tyra would put Brittany in the bottom two again, and I know lots of people liked her picture, but I did not really like Brittany's picture. She was like smelling her pit. She was missing a leg. Just, I don't know. I can't call the judges sometimes. But Molly and Jacqueline were in the bottom two, and that was a sure sign that Jacqueline was going to go home because Molly is way better than Jacqueline. So Jacqueline, sad for her little southern girl. She got the boot, so she doesn't get to go to Morocco. Sad. What did you guys think of this week's episode? The pictures were all really good, so I had a hard time sort of deciding who I thought was going to go home. Here's a little note, programming note. Next week, Top Model moving to 9 p.m. from now on. They're going to show a repeat at 8 p.m. from the week before, then a new episode at 9. But next week is the recap episode where they talk about everything that happened on the season before and, you know, the never before seen stuff. I hate that episode, so it probably won't be a vlog next week, but I would love to know what you think of this week and who you think is going to be named America's Next Top Model. I thought it was going to be Brittany or Molly, but now Alexandria is doing really well, so we'll have to see. That's what I think. But tell me what you think. Leave some comments down here. Click the link in the description if you want to see the photos and watch our smart car video because you're bored. And I will see you very soon. Okay, bye.